So remember we studied our bald actions, right? And then we're studying the 5 scenarios in which bald actions happen.
Right.
The first was shaving words. Now we're ready to move on to the second. So the second scenario in which bald actions occur is in forbidding. What does it mean to forbid someone?
To tell them not to do something.
Yeah, forbidding is telling someone not to do something. So like, don't touch that, or don't call me a liar, right? You're telling someone not to do something.
Right.
So that's what forbidding is.
Okay.
So how does forbidding look in Arabic? It's really simple. So it's la. It starts with a la followed by a bald action. So if you see la followed by a bald action, you have a forbidding.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
Right, so here are your forbidding actions. See, here we have a la, right? Followed by bald action. La tajal.
Right, the sukun is telling us it's bald.
Yeah, it's telling us bald used to be a u, right? Antum la tajalu. We have a la followed by a bald action. The u tells us it used to be.
Used to have a noon there. The
Yeah.
vowel tells us the noon used to be there.
Yep. And then anti la tajali. We have a la followed by a bald action. The ya tells us that.
A noon used to be there.
Right, a noon used to be there. Antunna la tajalna.
The feminine hijab doesn't come off.
Yeah, so bald looks like the same. And then antuma la tajala.
The alif tells us that there used to be a noon there.
So we have a la followed by a bald action. And notice how they're translating. You know, don't make, right? Translating as a forbidding,
Okay.
right? And so in English, we don't really include pronouns when we forbid.
Right.
But when we're translating in Arabic, we can put them kind of in parentheses just so we know who you're talking to, right?
Yeah.
Who you're forbidding.
Okay. Because
Yeah.
it's the pronoun is clear in Arabic, so maybe we should.
Exactly. The pronoun is clear, it's there in Arabic, right? But in English, all forbidding sounds the same,
Yeah.
right? So we kind of just stick it there in parentheses just for clarity's sake. So
Okay.
are we clear on bald actions? I mean on forbidding. Second scenario, bald actions.
Yeah. So it's just la plus a bald action, and that makes forbidding.
Yep.
And okay, yeah, I guess that's all there is to it. And forbidding is when you're telling someone not to do something.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, ready for some practice?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're looking at some forbidding actions. We'll start by figuring out the pronoun. And how are you going to figure out the pronoun? How do you figure out the pronoun of a bald action?
So you look at the ending, and then so if there was a sukun, it means it used to be a dhamma, and then you look at the first letter, and then you find out what the pronoun
Yeah,
was.
so with normal present tense, we figure out the embedded doer by looking at beginnings and endings, right? So we do the same thing here, except the endings are going to look a little bit different.
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Okay, number 1, لا تنفقوا.
So I have a bald ending, which is the waw,
Uh-huh,
and that tells me I used to have a noon there.
yep,
So ta plus una means you all.
good. Ta plus una is you all. And then how do you translate a forbidding? We say,
Do not do.
do not do. So how would we translate لا تنفقوا?
And faqas to spend. So you all
Yeah, you all, we can
In
put in
parentheses.
parentheses at the beginning.
do not spend.
Yeah, don't spend, or do not spend. And then we'll put an exclamation mark
Okay.
there. just to denote that it's forbidding.
Okay.
Okay, لا تأمر.
So the sukun at the end tells me that it used to be a lamma.
Uh-huh.
Ta plus u is you, she, it, they.
Yep, that's the overlap one.
And then so you, she, it, they
Mm-hmm.
do not command.
Yeah, don't command.
How does it? How can you say she don't command?
Yeah, actually, if you notice, when we looked at our forbidding chart before, right, there are only 5 here. Anta, antum, anti, antunna, antuma.
Okay.
And that's because our pronoun chart is much longer than that, right?
We have 14 normally.
Yeah, we have 14 normally. Here we only have 5. And that's because, just think of it logically, when you forbid someone, you're going to forbid someone who's there in front of you, right?
Because you're talking to somebody.
Yeah, forbidding is talking to someone, right? So you'd only say, you do something. You wouldn't say, he, do this, or she, do this.
Okay. So it's always going to be the second person or talking to somebody.
Yeah, it's always going to be second person or talking to someone. So these are all the variations of you, Right, in English there's only one you, but in Arabic there are 5 yous, right?
Right.
You all feminine, and both of you.
Okay, so it's all yous.
Yeah.
So even though ta plus u means it could possibly be you, she, it, they, because it's forbidding,
Yep.
we'll say that it's just you.
Yeah. Even though the pronoun inside is you, she, it, they, it's not really going to be she, it, they.
Okay.
Right, so it is going to be you.
Okay.
Good catch there. Okay, لا تدخلنا.
So sukun and na is, well, okay, so this is a feminine you all,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But it looks the same whether it's normal or bald,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So how do we know this is bald? Just because it has a la before it? Or,
We'll actually look at this next lesson.
okay,
Yeah.
all right. So should we just assume it's bald because we're doing forbidding?
Yeah. Yeah. Just assume it's bald.
Okay, so ta plus sukun and na means you all feminine.
Yeah.
And then translation would be you all feminine. Do not, dakhala is to enter, so you all do not enter.
Yeah. Good.
You
Don't enter.
woman. Do not enter.
Okay, number 4. لا تخافي.
Okay, so we have a ya at the end, which tells us it used to be a noon ending.
Mm-hmm.
So ina. Ta plus ina is you feminine.
Good.
So you feminine, do not enter. Or no, khafa is to fear. So do not fear.
Good. Don't fear. Don't be afraid. Okay. لا تقتلا.
So the alif tells us that there used to be a noon there, so it's ani.
Mm-hmm.
Ta plus ani is both of you.
Good.
And so both of you do not qatala, kill. Don't kill.
Don't kill.
Okay, I guess makes sense to forbid someone from doing that.
Yes. So in summary, la followed by a bald action makes a forbidding.
Okay.